What's the hot take?
No, what's your hot take?
Um, that I'm still the dude. I haven't grown up yet. Still waiting
You're
for
still
my.
Percy?
I'm still Percy. I'm still waiting for my Jennifer Lawrence moment. If if my friends love me and want to get me a good gift.
Give a car. Wait. We have to wait. 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 That's the way we have to start. You can't just drop a hot take. This is the wrong time. It's the wrong time to drop a hot take. You can't just come in that hot. This is a professional outfit. You can't come in that spicy. Jesus fucking Christ, Brian. We gotta have something to talk about on the show. You can't just sit down and just fucking that's it. I already hit record. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to One Hot Take. I am Blake Howard. This is obviously part of the One Heat Minute Productions family. This is my producer and co-host, Brian Game. Brian,
How you doing?
how you doing? He's experimenting with new greetings every time we talk. This is a spicy hot one, fresh off of a movie that we missed at the movies, but are very, very happy to see arriving on premium video on demand. That movie is No Hard Feelings. I had such an amazing time and we had a great time watching it together. What were your immediate thoughts of No Hard Feelings?
No, it's actually when we saw the trailer for it, I was just like,
We were like, we're down.
I'm excited. I'm in. Like, is it in the next theater? Like, let's go.
Yeah.
What do we got to do?
It was one of those ones
Yeah.
literally on the way back from the last screening. We're like, oh, let's go see No Hard Feelings because
Yeah.
it was still out. Unfortunately, much to the chagrin of smaller movies right now, Barbie and Oppenheimer continue to dominate. So we're not seeing too much of really anything else out there. Other big-ish stuff is lingering, but they just were like, all right, we're going to chuck this on premium video on demand.
Yeah, and you know what? It was worth more fanfare. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it needs to be spoken about a lot more than it is right
Yeah,
now.
100.
Yeah.
100%. So let's get hot. This is a movie that has a lot of hot, has a lot of heat.
There's a lot to talk about.
There's
We might break through the 10-minute barrier.
We're
There's
not-
a lot to
I'm
talk
cutting it
about.
out. I'm cutting it out. If you don't bring any more spice, I've got to pump the brakes on the spice that Brian pre-record has just fucking brought flames. And so your hottest take is the character played by Andrew Bart Feldman, Percy, whose mum is Laura Belanti and whose dad is one Ferris Bueller, Matthew Broderick.
Amazing.
Offer a car for the offer a car as a one-off payment if the lovely Maddie, played by J Law, can take the son out of their shell. Now, can I ask you a question? What did you start with on this show? It was like, if you were a good friend, this would be a good gift. Women are bad at traditionally giving gifts, so you have to look to your male friends. There's a hot take. Women bad at gifts, male friends much better.
We get down to the nitty gritty. We get through the emotion and we just get right down to
we don't need thoughtfulness. We don't care how time consuming a gift takes. It's just cut through to something that I must have myself, but I'm usually too ashamed to buy for myself. That's exactly. It's the difference between male and female friends.
100%.
Yeah. So you said if you were my friend that I would offer a car to a girl to get you out of your shell. You're not. I'm 17.
I'm still very much in my shell, though.
You're still in your shell.
I am Percy. As an adult, because my parents did not offer a car. My parents did not give their Buick to get me out of my shell. So I am the adult Percy, and I was just thinking,
guys, if you wondered what happened to Percy, if he didn't get a J Law,
this is it right here.
This is it.
How you doing?
How you doing? This is it. That's a hilarious like that. But you're so sweet. I was watching this kid and I was like, man, isn't the world nice when you still have hope? You know, that you want to get to know someone. Because the dirtbag in me is like, if Jennifer Lawrence was throwing herself at me, the car would have been given over in afternoon one.
You know what's bad is I would have done the person reaction. I would have been like, "Why is this beautiful woman talking to me? What is wrong?"
I would have been like, our friend Johnny is the Italian man in his underwear. Like,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
Our
Excuse me.
Scusi, like he even
Yeah.
has the Mario moustache.
Yep.
He would be the guy that you thought, she was the one. You're driving the tow truck. You're like the amazing Ebon Moss Backrack, who I'm a fan of from stuff like The Bear. He would be like that. Like you'd be like that guy, like, hey, I thought we really had something going and I'm a bit indecisive. And then our mate Johnny would roll out of her house, snaking your grass, doing that sort of thing, just like walking straight out. He's wearing the derps, he's stretching on the front lawn. That's a big Johnny move.
Well, I mean, that was him yesterday. So I mean,
it's most days.
Yeah.
My hot take in this movie is that to test your movie star metal, you have to have a gross out comedy. Really, like if you can do a gross out comedy and survive and actually have like emotional resonance, that shows you're a movie star. Like it's undeniable that she's a movie star. But what blew me away about J-Lo in this, and like we're going to get to nude fight scenes which have been popping up on the internet. Look at Brian's face. He cannot even concentrate. We're not going to get 8 minutes through this show. He's gonna shag the thighs and he's just gonna let it all go and he's not even gonna know. But she's so funny. She's so hilarious. And it's actually in the quieter moments. Like my favorite moment of the whole film is this quiet moment. She's out with Percy. He decides to go, to take it to a party for his upcoming college. It's with a bunch of like rich kids. And he leaves her in a stretch car that he's taken her out on the date on. He leaves her in the car and there's like a moment where she's sitting in the car and she's there and she's not doing much. She's just kind of, her face is just there. But all of this amazing emotional turmoil and all of the character work that she's done so far and all of Maddie's regrets and all of her outlook on life, it all just like bursts out of her. And like, so for me, it's like, it's not just that she can do everything in this movie, and she does. She gets punched in the vagina in one scene, fantastic scene, but it's those moments where she absolutely crushes it.
Absolutely. I think she plays getting, oh, you mean the other, yeah, yeah, she plays getting punched, but no, the scene in the limo, like I mean, that's J-Lo. I mean, it was amazing, an amazing performance and really fun movie. I mean, like it's just.
Did Ferris Bueller grow up to be this much of a loser? Like, can we wonder, is that the like other hot take of this movie? Is that we want Ferris Bueller to have grown up and like taken the world by storm, but is he just like an old loser who used to have his license and used to have fun, just like Matthew Broderick said? I think that the writers, John Phillips and Gene Stupnitsky, who are the writers. Gene Stupnitsky is a producer on The Office, The American Office, like 60 odd episodes of whatever, 100. So he's been around that crew, and he made that terrific movie. I think it was like Good Boys, so like that sort of gross out comedy with the three kids, which was super fun a few years ago.
Yep.
This is another sort of gross out comedy. But I was watching this and I was also like, my other hot take is actually there's a lot of 80s bad boy kind of Gen Xers who just turned into this fucking guy, who turned into Matthew Broderick, who became a helicopter parent, who weren't just those latchkey, like created those latchkey kids who went off and had adventures and were really cool. Instead, it's like the best bit of casting almost in the whole movie, that it's like, oh, we get Ferris Bueller to come in with his like daggy haircut and his hot wife, who kind of looks a little bit like Sloane from Ferris Bueller, and is like, this is what actually happened to these people.
That is 100% exactly what I was thinking. Almost word for word. It's actually very scary. Exactly what I was thinking. But that's actually like when you see the people that peak in high school, that their peak popularity and stuff like that, their kids are the douchey. They're the shy kids. They're not the adventure kids. You know what I mean? And so I think that's picked up on that in the movie as well. Like, absolutely.
This is the best comedy of the year.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. Without,
100%.
I mean, is Barbie technically a comedy? Yeah, I mean, it's funny.
It's funny.
It's got a musical. It's got heart.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's throw it in the comedy. So yeah, it's kind of got big competition there. But I would say, like, as far as like your standard rom-com, This is as good as it gets.
Yeah, 100%. This will be the movie that I will go back to over and over.
More
in
regularly.
More regularly.
Yeah, just like happily throw it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like the replacements for me in early 2000.
Yes.
The
Look
replacements.
at you. The replacements.
Oh,
Oh,
not just
hey.
a good looking face over here. I've seen a movie or two.
He's seen a couple of movies, this guy. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back or watching. We'll be back on another One Hot Take very, very soon.